Make sure you work on that tooth, baby.
Let me see this real quick.
You do you.
Oh.
You may. Oh.
I'm just...
Make sure you throw the garbage away.
Okay.
Let's see.
Carolyn. Somebody said hey.
That was... I am going to our... Hey, Gossmania, how you doing? Dealing with some technical difficulties. It totally dropped my Wi-Fi connection. Said I had the wrong password. So, who knows? With my luck, neighbors are trying to hack in to leech off our Wi-Fi.
Say hi, Mama.
What am I trying to do? Your channel. Here we go.
Go around behind Daddy. It's okay. Go around behind Daddy.
There we go. All right. I hope y'all are well. It has... I'm going to go ahead and...
Hey, Mama.
Daggum. The weather can affect our connection sometimes. It does too, and I'm looking outside. And
it was dark over there a little bit ago.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to storm, but it shouldn't be that bad. I'm just going to go with CenturyLink. Just sucks. I hate CenturyLink. Me and CenturyLink are not friends. I'm hoping if we get this new house, we can get Comcast. Hello, Miss Nichols. How are you? Yeah, it was really laggy when we first started, and then it just totally dropped out. But it did that during... I was watching the Sonoma race today. It did that too. I don't know what's going on with the internet, but I don't think it's... I don't know. Live chat.
Oh my God. Thank you.
There we go. Hey, Thrifty VG.
Hello.
Oh, and can you get Daddy his glasses, please?
They're over here in front of the TV.
Yeah, I'm not using StreamYard now. I didn't know StreamYard was causing any of it, so we just switched over to the YouTube app. I hope it's okay.
They're fine.
So hopefully I can read comments.
He just ran into a box.
Whoa, those are not fine. So it's been wild. We didn't go live last week. There were a few reasons. The biggest reason, we got a call right at the end of business on Friday that the appraisal came back on the house almost 20 grand short. So this house that we thought was perfect, we learned we weren't going to get. And we were not sideswiped. We were, it was a punch in the gut. My realtor was shocked. Their realtor was shocked. The sellers were shocked. So we did a rebuttal, which we had to wait till Tuesday to hear on. And the appraiser was just butthurt. She wasn't going to hear anything about it. So she refused to change the thing. And I mean, she used one comp where I know that house sold more than what was on that paper by probably 20 grand more. It just wasn't a good situation. One of the problems of using, I mean, it's not a corporate bank like Bank of America, but it's a corporate bank by comparison to like a small town bank, is we have asked not to use that appraiser anymore, but they said, well, you can ask, but it's not guaranteed. So hopefully we don't get that appraiser. So the house fell through, which was a bummer, but we put in an offer today on a house as perfect as we thought that one was. We have had bad appraisals before too. If we get the same lady on this second house, if they accept the contract, which we're praying, because this house really is perfect. Massive backyard. We could do
Everything we do now plus more.
Yeah.
Who's that?
We could have bigger garden. We'll be able to keep the pool, trampoline, the swing. Be able to start raising rabbits. We'll be able to keep the chickens. We'll be able to do all this and have plenty of room to spare. Like, it is a huge backyard.
Plus, we might get to start a farm.
Well, one day we'll start a farm.
Okay.
We were looking for 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This is 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it has 2 living rooms. It would be easy to throw up a wall, 2 walls in that
That one.
second living room and have make it a 3rd bedroom very easily. So we would probably do that if we are blessed with a reason for it. Sorry, won't be able to stay. Have a contractor coming to give a quote. Just wanted to say, hey, well, thank you for stopping by anyway. Hopefully the quote's low and perfect for you. Yeah, so we put that bid in today. There were 3 more people looking at it today.
Yes, thank you.
So hopefully they choose ours.
And hopefully nobody else likes it.
I'm praying. Yeah, I hope the rest of everybody else goes there and is like,
That's
I don't
my-
want this.
yeah.
This is poopy. But that's kind of where we are. We did have a very busy week this last week.
Mm-hmm. We used your time off to our advantage.
Yeah,
Pretty well.
I got a week off between school ending and summer school, and I'm teaching all summer this year. It might be in all God's plan. The other might not be right for you or in God's timing. That's very true. I mean, they did find termites in the other one, but they said it was, excuse me, just a ground treatment. So, I mean, maybe there was more damage there than what we thought. I don't know. And really, I mean, the only thing that the other house had that we're not getting with this one that we would be using would be a couch and a vacuum cleaner. But this house
Has all hardwood floors. There's no
Yeah.
or tiles. The bathrooms are tiled.
Right.
Or linoleum. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
so no reason for us to have a vacuum. So we,
Steam mop it is.
yeah, Hannah got a steam mop a couple weeks ago and she's fallen in love with it. But yeah, so we're praying really hard on this. And then so that happened Friday, and it was just a down weekend. Like we may have done stuff on Saturday. I've slept since then, I don't know, but I just wasn't feeling like doing really much of anything Sunday night. I mean, we did have the races going
You
on.
watched the
I was
races.
watching those.
I read a book and colored.
But I could have been watching the race and doing the live. I was defeated. I honestly was. I had so much emotional equity into this house, and it gets punched from us in what we think is a pretty unfair manner. So it bummed me out, and I just didn't feel like it. We have a shop vac for hardwood floors and 6 kiddos. Love it to go over the floors after I sweep. That's pretty smart. I didn't even thought of that. We do have a shop vac. We could get a big one roll around.
And I like my mom.
If I was ever building a house, I would put in a vacuum shop, like a shop vacuum system, like you see in a wood shop, and dustpans. What are those? We just sweep it right into the giant sucky thing on the wall.
The giant sucky thing. I like technical terms.
Yeah. But yeah, so we watched the race Sunday, and I wasn't there emotionally. Yes, the vacuum system in the wall. Monday was Memorial Day. I don't remember what we did.
We went to Detweiler's.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Bass Pro.
Yeah, we went to Bass Pro, and because Hannah needed a hat, and
I didn't buy one from there.
she didn't buy one, but she did buy a fishing shirt, which I've wanted, but I haven't been able to find any that fits me, and I haven't gone to a big and tall store because who's got that kind of money? But because Tuesday we went to Volcano Bay, which
Yeah, Owen
is
cashed in on a birthday present.
yeah.
Wait, that was my birthday.
Yeah,
That was so
Lauren
fun.
gave you that.
Oh yeah. Well, Can you tell them?
You can tell them. You got a mouth. Oh.
We did a boat ride, which was the funnest one.
Mm-hmm.
It went crazy, and when you went down, it tickled your belly.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. What else did you do? Anything else?
We went on the 2 lazy rivers.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, Mommy and Daddy did not like, but I loved.
It was 3 foot deep
And warm.
and warm and slow.
So many people in that one. There were like tons of
Yeah.
people in there.
No way to get onto a raft because they're chirping at you.
It's
The lifeguards are. You need to move it up. So I'm like, fine. So we went around it one time, maybe twice. Just once, and we went back over to the other one, which that one moves. I mean,
It
there's some
wasn't really
rapids.
a lazy river. It was just a
No.
river you floated down without tubes. You
But
had to
it
wear a life
was-
jacket.
Yeah, you had to wear a life jacket. It was fun.
Well,
We were in that most of the day.
Yeah.
So the second lazy river, it was pretty cool because it had a cave,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and there was like stuff in there.
So big.
Yeah, but we went in the volcano,
We did go in the volcano. We walked through it.
and we saw some things that shoot water in the air and have lights to make the water a type of color.
What did you wear on your hand the whole time?
Oh, a tapu tapu.
Which is just like the Disney wristbands.
Except for you could put money on these. I don't know if you can do that on the Disney ones.
Yeah, you can.
Can you now? Oh.
Yeah. This one just had an annoying screen that you couldn't change anything
That
to.
reminded you every
Well,
5 seconds to wash your hands.
Yeah.
That tapu
While you're at a water park sharing water with
tapu
hundreds of people.
tapus, you're allowed to bring them in the water. They're waterproof.
Yeah.
Well,
we went into
the
a wave pool.
yeah. Wait, what's a wave pool?
That big beach area we went to where the water was super flat, and then you heard all those drums going, and then the water, all these waves
Oh yeah,
came.
that was in the lazy river.
No. Well,
that was in
they
the
did
lazy
do
river,
that
too.
there, but the very first thing we went in, it looked like a big beach.
Oh,
But it was a lot of
yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
We did learn that. So I remember when smaller bikinis became huge.
Oh yeah, we had to have a conversation.
What about the
Apparently now thong bikinis are that's a great great time to jump in here. Hey, Mrs. Wolfie. So thong bikinis are
big thing.
yeah, they're apparently the popular thing. So
We had to have a conversation.
yeah.
And
Like, buddy, you
you're gonna say a lot of things today.
because we just knew he would just be
Wait.
laughing and pointing out every butt
No.
he saw.
But I didn't. I thought it was gross.
Good
Oh,
for
good.
you.
Tell them what it was.
What? What about those big rocks that topped?
Oh yeah. So you know, Night of the Museums. Well, they had a Easter Head Island stone at Volcano Bay.
Yeah, it was neat.
Can you please go?
I would go back again.
I would leave an hour earlier.
Yeah, careful.
And
Careful. You don't
they
need it.
don't have great signage.
You can get it up from the side.
Yeah, they
When you're
didn't.
ready
They
to
did
go.
not have very good signage there, so we went all the way one way, and they sent us all the way back to the other side of the parking garage
Yeah.
to get on a bus and go. So about an hour earlier, I think we would need to leave so we could get there
Mm-hmm.
at opening, and water shoes.
Yes, I'm totally doing Santa again this year. I think it's growing out. It's gonna be okay.
I think it'll be fine.
It's not gonna be the same beard I had last year, but I mean, right now I think if I brushed it and stuff, and then obviously bleached it white, I think it'd be a good size for Santa. But it is gonna get a little bit longer. This is from January, so hopefully it gets about twice this size. Come time for Christmas, so I'm totally doing Santa again. I already have
It's a little
at least
slow.
one person committed last year. 2 people committed last year. and then one new one this year. So, well, Miss Wolfie, maybe Santa will have to do a special call for you. But yeah, what else did we do this week? We did a bunch.
He went on date night and spent the night, and we went and saw Quiet Place 2.
We went and saw Quiet
Had
Place 2.
Terrible dinner at Olive Garden.
Oh, that was, yeah. Well, we won't get into that. This is a happy place.
A happy zone.
And if I talk about that dinner, I'm going to get angry.
That was
Oh,
Wednesday.
well, thank you, Miss
Oh,
Dana.
thank you.
The lemon
Y'all-
dancing.
Christmas in July Fairies is right around the corner. So keep a track. Yeah.
Thursday, what did we
Keep
do?
a track of your favorite crochet tuber, yarn tuber channels, along with some others. There's some others joining that are not in that realm. So niche, I guess.
Thursday we went and looked at houses, I think.
Yeah, we went and looked at houses Thursday and realized
We
that
were on-
realtors use Instagram
Oh, no,
filters
that
on
was
some
Friday.
of their
That
pictures.
was Friday. I don't know what we did Thursday. I went.
Well,
and
Thursday
picked-
we looked at houses too.
I went and picked him up. Oh no, we did. We looked at houses on Thursday and Friday. Because Friday we got halfway to Haines City, and he said he could meet us for 2. So
Y'all, this one house
Was-
pictures. We go. That's where Santa would live.
it was gorgeous.
And we get there, and I'm like, oh, not so much. All right, you have a good one, Miss Wolfie. Blessings to you. We're like, yeah, not so much. Like, the idea was good for each individual room, because each individual room had its own style.
Like,
But they used OSB board for the ceiling throughout, which threw me off. Like, it made me uncomfortable a little bit. All right, time to go.
he didn't mean to.
He pushed.
No, it's been that way all
Oh.
afternoon.
Oh, stop. It made me a little uncomfortable. And
We both felt like, I mean, there should have been sage burning in there or something, but there was nobody home. But I feel like we weren't the only things in there.
yeah.
Things? You mean potions?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yep.
mommy means.
Exactly. No other meaning behind that.
But
what
so
about
we still have a couple things to do this summer. But this was, I had a week off between regular school and summer school, and so I used it to the max. Hopefully, with my next 2 weeks off, I'll be moving.
Hopefully, because it'll be right at that time,
Yeah.
or at the end of that time.
Yeah. So that's the plan. I'm praying that they accept this.
Yeah.
Once they accept it, I'll feel a little better.
We got the $5.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what he's saying. But maybe we can squeeze in his present that COVID shut down. We were gonna go that weekend.
Yeah. We are going next weekend to Legoland.
Yeah.
That's his Christmas present from family.
Yeah. It'll all work out. It will. I believe it will.
It's just, I don't like this process at all. I despise it.
I told one of my buddies, I said, y'all just be ready because I'm about to buy a yurt and put it in your yard and you'll just have a live-in gardener.
Mind you, we can't grow hardly anything. We're
Yeah,
terrible.
we got, you don't, I have a black thumb, you don't. But, yeah, there's no overpasses here, so it's not like I could even go to a bridge.
Why? There's a guy that lives in the park out in,
This is
We
true.
could go be
We
neighbors
could be
with him.
feral
but
people like they talk about in the
I think
Appalachians.
he is feral.
No, there's a difference between a feral person and a homeless person.
This guy.
I'll take you down that TikTok rabbit hole, and you will never want to go to Tennessee or Kentucky
This
or anywhere
guy-
like that again.
No, and I'm not talking about the one that walks up and down the road with the hair. I'm talking. He's a scrawny little guy who
Oh.
was living in that little shelter he built attached to the park entrance.
Yeah,
Him.
that didn't last long.
No.
I got turned down pretty quick.
Yeah.
So we we made the mistake last time of buying some things for the house.
About one thing.
Yeah, but we put a little too much into it, so I don't want to do that this time.
No, we're not buying a darn thing
So-
until we have the keys.
Yeah, so I need to focus on doing some other things. There's projects around here I need to do. One, I need to start
Bless you.
getting together the materials for when we move the coop. What I want to do with this coop is I want to get some railroad ties and build the coop up off the ground so they would have a space underneath it just to maximize the area so we don't have such a big chicken yard like we do now.
They don't need that much space, and
Yeah.
we're getting rid of the bantams anyway, so we can definitely downsize that spot.
Yeah.
But you have the number; you can call her anytime.
Yeah, I guess we could get rid of them now. So I do that. I have a package drop box that I am partially built. I need to finish. That I'll do a video. So I have stuff for content. And I feel like my drive to create is slowly coming back.
Great.
Why?
Great.
So we'll do that. No,
Charlie
Charlie's
has not
here.
said anything if he's here.
So I'm gonna be focusing on doing some things around here. The lawnmowers, those are done. I just got to get a new throttle cable for the push mower, and I'll go back to push mow in the yard
For now.
Once we move, I'll get a, depending on what yard we get.
If we
If
get
it's
it.
if it's the
It's
one,
significantly bigger.
I'll have to get a rider. But
Always.
if it's small, then I'll just do it by hand again. You're silly. We not really tried a new church. We used to go to this church, a few years ago.
He was 1
Yeah.
to 5, 6.
We went to I for all intents and purposes, a new church today. Just in time to go look at a house out of town, which is honestly how we do things. We move churches to where it's closer to where we live, and then we move.
But we'll stay going to that one.
Yeah.
Because that's where all his stuff is that he does.
But it'd be good because the house we looked at today is in. I know we keep going back to the house, but it's what's on our minds right now. It's in the same town that we teach in, like 2 minutes down the road in the same town. I could walk to the lodge,
You're not going to walk to the lawn.
but I could. It's 2 blocks over, so I could. In the winter months, I might. I'm not doing it in the summer months. Bump that. That's too hot.
I know, that's funny. You said today I could walk. I was like, that's not happening.
So I mean that would be good. And the town where we would go to, it's what I remember as small town. Now it's a whole lot bigger than my hometown. There's multiple stoplights.
Stores, which is sad because there's not a lot of stores.
Yeah, it has all that. The town I'm from, there was an IGA, but that closed. There's a Dollar General. That's the only grocery type store in town. Other than that, you got to go out of town for Walmart or something like that. No stoplights. There's 2 chain restaurants. There's a Dairy Queen that's been there forever. A Subway, which has been there since I was in high school. And then all the rest are mom and pops. But one thing about Avon Park, where we're at now, they don't do anything.
They have a Christmas parade, and
That's it, and even that's kind of mediocre, and
And
you can
they-
tell they just threw it together.
they do fireworks too, but it's been pretty
But
nerve-wracking just
the
sitting
town-
in those areas for
yeah.
fireworks.
the town they're going to, they always have something going on. They have a summer and movie in the park series every summer.
Winter, they do that in the winter. They do
winter.
a free kids movie series in the summer, inside.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do like this storybook stroll, but I can't find any information about it, so I think it was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
But they do Christmas parade, then they do hometown Christmas. They do a lot. I don't know what else they do. 4th of July, they do fireworks.
Well, they have Pioneer Days.
Yeah.
They always have something going down in that little courtyard area.
Are we ever gonna get the planes?
Hello there, Tennessee Bushcrafter.
One day.
What?
Are we ever gonna get the planes?
One day.
One day. After we move to our new house, in a couple years, we'll be selling that and moving to our farm up north. And I don't know if y'all follow. Oh, their names left my head.
Just say hello to these people. 2 people.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see
There's
the second
another
one. I can't see that. Who's that?
Chris.
Hey, Chris Derry Rose Elrod. How are you? They're huge homesteading YouTubers. Like, they wear Amish clothes, but they're not Amish.
It's for your Play-Doh, baby.
Oh.
Don't need anything out of it.
Is it plastic or glass?
Plastic. It's a little ice cream set that he bought in that ginormous tub. I don't know who they're talking about.
What is their names? They're like Doug and Stacy. Yes, thank you. So he posted a house the other day. I guess it's by him. They're on a little over 4 acres, I think. Nice looking property, nice looking house for $150,000. Like, if you find a house around here for $150,000, you are on like they're not even measuring it 0.25 acres. It's in the thousands of square
it's like
foot.
10,000 square foot.
Yeah.
Or something.
And it's gonna usually be 2 bed, 1 bath, maybe 2 bath. And like that's it. And so, man, when I saw that, I said, Hannah, maybe we need to make that move now. But I wouldn't do that. Hey, Miss Carolyn. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It logged us out of the Wi-Fi, everything. I didn't know if it was StreamYard at first, and so I just got out of StreamYard and I started setting this up on YouTube when I realized, oh, it just kicked us off of the Wi-Fi. So we're back on the YouTube section.
Says what's the name of their channel? Probably doesn't.
Doug and Stacy. Yeah, they're pretty cool. And he had a whole video on why he dresses like he does. He goes, 1, the clothes are cheap. They're handmade right there. So he's supporting local craftsmen.
And they're well made.
He can put them through the ringer and they're still working. Oh, her signal dropped too. Maybe it was just a Florida wide thing.
Said around here before the price increase, you could get 50-ish acres for $150,000.
Dang, maybe we need to look at Tennessee.
Off
grid with Doug and Stacy, yeah. I know if we waited until September, October, the bubble's gonna pop on house prices. We'd be able to get things a lot cheaper, and have more power on the buyer's side as opposed to the seller. But we don't have that kind of waiting time.
He said now all the people fleeing cities are all moving this way. A lot are moving here to Florida too.
Yeah, and that's why our property prices are skyrocketing. You have people that are 1 acre in a small house in New Hampshire is $400,000.
That's crazy.
Holy crap! And that's a good reason why we. I knew it was expensive. I didn't know it was that expensive. I knew it was a good reason why we weren't going to look in Vermont, New Hampshire.
Can't afford to set foot in there.
No, it's bad. They'd take one look at our income and like, no.
I mean, just like, no. It's like when we went into, what was it, Fresh Market?
Yeah.
We shouldn't have been allowed in the door.
too many hurricanes in Florida for me. The hurricanes really aren't that bad.
It's the after.
It's the 3 to 7 days after a hurricane. That's the big issue.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, damage and stuff is bad.
See, people in Florida are kind of chill when it comes to hurricanes until like an hour before it's supposed to hit because they're so unpredictable. People aren't, we'll get gas, but that's about it.
Yeah, land is not grotesquely expensive here in Arkansas, but it is humid. Yeah. I understand humidity living here in Florida. It'll be over 100 degrees with over 100% humidity, and it's torturous.
Just can't do anything with my hair.
Seen a lot moving to Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, Missouri. I knew a lot of people are moving to Missouri, but from what I've seen anyway, and I could be wrong because I'm not observant, most of the people moving to Missouri are homesteaders that are, because I don't know how true it is, but Missouri has the reputation of being the most homesteader friendly. So I bought my acre and a third 22 years ago for $44,000 off the HUD repo list. Yeah. We've had more hurricanes here in Arkansas than when I was living in Massachusetts. Yeah. It's a wild. It is. I don't want to downplay hurricanes.
No.
But you get a major one every few years. You have maybe a Cat 1, a few tropical storms every year.
We didn't have anything last year, did we?
No.
Irma the year before, right?
Irma.
Or is that 2 years ago?
Irma was 2 years ago.
2 years
and
ago.
That was a monstrous storm. I was down here in the 04 season.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. I was down here in the 04 season when you had
That was fun.
Charlie, Jean, and Francis go through, and then you had to deal with Ivan.
I got a Cat 5 for my birthday. That was fun.
Well, wasn't Irma considered a Cat 5 here in Highlands?
No, she was a Cat 5 when she was going over Haiti. And down in that area, but then I thought she was just a 1, but somebody the other day said she was a 2 when she hit here.
She was, I know somehow, we're, an hour and a half, 2 hours inland. We got hit harder here than they did on the coast.
And we had friends come stay with us from the coast.
Yeah.
To get away from the hard hit, and we got hit harder here.
Yeah.
That was miserable.
But again, it was the aftermath that was bad.
That was the worst because that was a long week of no power.
Favorite ride at Volcano Bay?
That last one, but I don't know the name of it, honey.
The Aqua roller coaster.
Your mom said to wait.
What was your?
We have to.
What's that?
Your mom said to wait. We have to. I have to get my certificate done before I can go anywhere.
No, she's talking about wait till September, October before we buy it.
Oh.
What was the worst ride?
I don't want to do that because.
What was the worst ride you've been on?
Well, we can discuss that.
Is it the second?
It was the time that I went on Space Mountain after it broke. That was horrible.
What? I mean at Volcano Bay.
Oh, it's that stupid lazy river.
No, it's not.
I was in
stupid.
North Carolina. Oh wait, I missed one.
Alright, we had more hurricanes in Arkansas. Then I was living in Mass. It was a gift from God. They have a lot moving to Missouri, but I'm a traveling 30-year electrician. Very lax compared to most areas.
Yeah.
I was in North Carolina when Hurricane Florence came through. I went to visit my son, and we spent the week doing hurricane prep. Then I went to working Katrina cleanup, and the no water was the worst. You can buy a gallon of water every month to prepare. Yeah, that no water. Yeah, we had no power, no water. We had nothing.
Yeah. But now we have a generator that we can hook up to the well.
Mm-hmm. So.
And if we get this other house, then there's the irrigation well.
That was tough, but we watch, we personally, I don't know how other people are, we watch to make sure, to see every day where hurricanes are going, but we don't freak out too much until like if they finally say no, it's gonna hit here, and then we're like, okay, let's go clean up the yard, pick up all the toys, go get some water. But we don't work. I don't stress about it too much
I
because
stick
they're
really
so
close to Mike's weather page.
yes, they're so unpredictable that they could say one day it's coming directly here, and then the next day it's like, nope, it's going the other direction now.
And it's kind of like the whole little boy who cried wolf thing. Floridians, which
Why don't you go get
I mean,
a
I
snack,
guess
then?
I've lived over my half of my life in Florida. I guess you could consider me a Floridian, though mentally I don't think I am. I'm still very much a, city boy from Farmville, Indiana. But we have gotten to the point where the meteorologists operate in sensationalism so much because their media
Was my throat hurt?
Drink some water. Baby.
that we tend not to take them serious about hurricanes until they're bearing down.
We wait to see where the cone goes.
Yeah. We watched that cone. After 4 days, I had to wash my hair in a lake. We did that. If you have your own well, you can get a deep well hand pump.
Solar camping shower that I bought at a garage sale. So we keep that up and just grab an extra tarp and find somewhere to hang it all up outside.
Yeah. I have thought about that, putting in a hand pump. But now we have the generator, so I can just hook right up to that and take our showers or whatever we need to. But yeah, hand pumps are definitely nice. And I mean, if we get this house and we get somebody to look at that irrigation system, it's got its own well tapped into. If they're like, yeah, it's not going to be worth getting this thing operational, we can always put a hand pump out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine with that.
The lake was from the 6 inches of rain that we got.
Oh! Yeah, that,
We had a lot of standing rain out here at our water after Irma.
yeah. I could see where that would be useful. We have friends that live on a lake, so we just went to their lake finally and
Yeah, we just went
swam
swimming.
around a little bit.
It was the only way to keep cool because it was so hot out.
Yeah, and now we have the pool, so. Your well is a 220 voltage. Yeah, our generator handles 220.
Someone said I live outside the Cookeville area where the bad tornadoes hit right before COVID. We have wells, springs, creeks, and wells on our property.
Nice. For most of my life, my dream was to live in the Smokies with a creek running through the property.
And then a couple summers ago,
we went on a big trip, and driving through, I got a little bit more realistic and said, I do not want to drive these mountains in the middle of winter.
No.
I don't dare wash in the lake in the backyard. That's the dog's toilet. Yeah, for here, it would definitely have to be the front yard.
Yep.
Hey, Sunflower in a Shelly H. Yeah, that would be good to do it in the backyard. Yeah. Even though we haven't had a dog in a while, I still wouldn't trust.
I wouldn't trust in the front yard now because you got chickens over there and the water just runs right through.
You got the chickens, you got the gopher tortoises, turtles, you got the rabbits. My goodness, it's like a. Anyway. Hey, Asmort Squad. You're doing the fairy thing, right? The Christmas in July fairies, Asmort. Miss Dana's, I don't know if she's still in here, but she was here. We have every intention on doing it, but we also were hoping to have been moved at that point, so it really kind of, it's all up in the air right now. Hope all is well for everyone. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I hope to do it, yes. Okay, good. We have got to, before we start prepping for the next Harvest Moon Festival.
I know. I gotta find the shoes. I gotta find my sketchbook. I saw it. I don't know where it went, but I had it drawn out. Oh, it's over there. I found it.
Okay.
I can do it now.
Good.
I just need the shoes.
Yeah, we gotta get that done. Might as well just do the other one as well.
I don't know what the other one was. She said the size was iffy because it was going to be a giveaway that
that's-
she was doing, and she never
She
got.
never got back
To
with
my
us.
knowledge, she never got back with what size
Yeah,
or
send her-
what to put on there.
Send her the same size. She wanted it to be autism.
Yes, I remembered what she wanted. What it wasn't specifically autism. There was something else.
Okay,
It
we
was
can look
autism related, I think.
We can look up that email. That's no problem. We went clothes shopping for the first time in like years. Like more than just like we do thrift store shopping mostly. But we went to an actual store for clothes. And then I've spent all afternoon going through my clothes to get rid of a bunch.
Yes.
And Hannah goes, we're in the spot now where we can go every now and then and get a new shirt and a new pair of pants, and it's gonna be okay. We're still, and it's a good thing, I think, but we're
I
still
don't want
in
to go
that.
crazy.
We're still in that extremely low end mentality, even though we're doing better now that we both have careers. And I don't know.
There's a thing I bought.
I was just excited about my new clothes.
Says there's a thing I bought for camping / prepping. It's a USB rechargeable battery powered pack pump and shower head. I ended up using it in 5-gallon rain buckets to water raised beds. Smart.
That is really cool. I like that idea.
Nothing wrong with being frugal.
I want an
Nope.
awesome bug out bag from some homesteading folks. I can't read the rest of that.
I can't believe it, and it's so awesome. Any ideas of things to add to a survival bug out bag? You should have met Jake or Haas 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's all he was about was
I
bug
have-
out bags.
Contact me on Facebook and I will send you a link. Well, actually, guess what? We have a computer here. I used to write for a website called Blog of Manly. And I had a whole series on building your own bug out bag. And I mean, some of my views have changed from here. I probably wouldn't add some of the things. I would add different things.
Get a better bag.
The first thing you have to have in there is an IFAC, the individual first aid kit. You should have one for every person. Maybe not have one that has everything. Mine, I have everything. Like, I even have some surgical equipment. The only thing I need to add to it is some sutures. But I could, with that, once I get the stitches in there, I would be able to handle pretty much anything out in the field in an emergency situation. So that's the first thing you need to do. But I will post the link to, it was a series actually.
You did a bunch of them.
10 items every man must have.
Those
Some of
are-
that was from the bug out bag.
Yeah, the cast iron pan's not packed. It's all in the bug out bag.
Yeah. So yeah, I talk about everything from random miscellaneous things. And all this is a pipe dream. Like, you're not going to be able to actually put all this in a bag and carry it.
Pack your car.
These are just ideas for you to build it to suit you. But, like, I even found some, like, foldable rifles. Not just like 22s that's good for small game. Like, pack some punch. Weapons, first aid, hygiene, clothing, food, shelter, basic items, and then the bag itself. So I'll post the one to the bag, and then you can scroll through there for all the other things. This is an old blog, so if you read through it, don't judge me. My writing has gotten considerably better. Alright, let's see.
couple
Nothing
that
wrong
came
with
through.
being frugal. No, definitely not. And we still are. I mean, it's not like we got a little taste of better pay and have gone. No, we're still probably annoyingly so cheap. But I mean, it's okay. We try to save as much as we can so we could pad for any big mishaps down the road, pad for the future. Very Dave Ramsey-ish without I'm too
Being part
lazy
of a program.
I'm too lazy to read through and listen to all that stuff for David Ramsey. But that kind of mentality, and then I forget where I was going with that. I lost it.
Being frugal.
Yeah, email would work just fine. Off Kilter Homestead at gmail.com. Yeah, email's just perfectly fine. I love it. Very handy. They're awesome for the lake shower too. It's great for rinsing your head down when working in the garden and it's hot. I bet. That would be awesome, Hoss. Thank you heaps. It'll help make the decision of what I need. 12 gauge single shot is great cause you can break them down quick. Buy adapters for other calibers. Totally. And one thing that I had found, is there's quite a few different calibers in there. Save the link before I lost it. All right. Yeah, I went through. I always go through phases. That's how my brain works.
Big prepping phase.
I did, and I still think in that setup. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I want to get an ambulance and turn it into an RV. That's one of the reasons why I want to learn to can and do all this stuff. I'll be getting a smoker here soon. My buddy got one of the big, nice, like, Traeger styles. I can't remember which brand he got, but it's, you know what I'm talking about when I say the Traeger. So I'm getting his old electric smoker, and so I'll be making my own jerky and having that set aside, ready to go, and I'm pretty stoked for all this. I'm not bugging out, I'm bugging in. I have a gas generator, a solar generator, 2 battery banks, and several different small solar items, plus my mini fruit trees and vegetable gardens. That's just as important to be able to do that. I typically use the bug out bag for when I had a small one built. Anytime we went anywhere, it was in the car. That way, if I can't get back home, I can get somewhere else. Now I keep my IFAC in there. It's a lot of big talk because I just watch a lot of survival shows. I understand this. But I think I could survive fairly well out if I needed to. If I couldn't get back home for some reason and I'm out somewhere, I think I could fare fairly well. With what I have in the car, I always have a survival knife in there. I always have some tools. I always have my IFAC. I always have all that kind of things in there.
Of course, as of now, good luck finding any caliber ammo. It took me weeks to find a 9mm for a decent price. That's very true.
Yeah, we bought some at Rural King. They had some.
Yeah, not long ago.
Yeah.
Just like a few weeks.
It's starting to build back up around here. Even Walmart's starting to stock a little bit.
Long-term cans of food. My deep well hand pump.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
I just canned blackberry jam 2 days ago. Now I'm laid up for 3 months. Doc says having surgery on ankle tomorrow. Fractured it in 4 places and dislocated it and tore tendons up. That sounds awful.
Well, praying for healing there.
My opinion on smoking has to be wood and charcoal. I can go out in our 90 acres of woods and cut wood to smoke. That's nice.
Yeah. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth. When we get our farm, I will be building a cold smoke house. I don't really want to do that for something we'll only be there for a couple years. I want to build a permanent structure like that when we're going to be permanent.
It says I don't venture far from home. It's really better that way.
It is. We're happier when we don't do that. I mean, there are times where we're just like, we have got to go.
Like we did that last week, but then for the most part, we like to be here.
Yeah, we're homebodies.
Hubby and I have talked seriously about buying an old Humvee and trailer to live in.
Yeah, that'd be smart.
And then it said, thanks for your prayers. Horrible time of the year to screw myself up.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that I think that's why we like the ambulance is they're big, they're sturdy. I mean, they get well taken care of. They're
Yeah.
ridden hard,
We like to go camping too.
but
We haven't felt safe in a tent.
yeah, after our last camping experience, I don't. It's gonna be a while for her in a tent again.
Where are we gonna? What did we hear?
You were asleep, honey. You don't
Yeah,
need to
you were
worry about it.
asleep.
But I don't know what
There was that guy that was talking to Papa and Daddy,
You okay?
and we
darling?
just didn't like him, the way he was talking.
I tried drinking it and it didn't help. I just need food.
Okay,
Cooked food.
I'll get you some cooked food. Wouldn't blame me there. I've been smoking our farm raised meats for decades before them easy pellet smokers.
Yeah, and like I don't know how to use. Like I have access to some pretty crazy sized pipes. I could make a killer wagon smoker, but I don't know how to do. I don't know how to keep temperatures proper. I don't know how to. I don't know, and it's that type of stuff is kind of hard to. Excuse me. It's kind of hard to learn through YouTube. Like you really need somebody there. Like, all right, put your hand here. If it gets here and you can touch this, it's too cold. You need to add this. You need to do this. Open your like. That's better as a hands-on teaching thing. And our lodge is about to get one, so maybe I'll just hang out with Paul, and maybe he could show me how to do all that. So I love the idea of all that. I don't have the skills.
LOL, cooked food. We go through cooked food, snack foods.
Yeah,
He's very specific on what he wants to eat.
Yeah, I'm cook hungry. I'm snack hungry. Depending on what it is, sometimes what he wants is going to be considered cooked food or snack food.
Cereal is a snack. It is not breakfast food.
Learning to control your airflow and don't overcomplicate it. Yeah, that's I overcomplicate everything.
I would ask for milk and cookies if we had Oreos.
Oh,
Because I want milk and cookies. Like,
sorry. You have one cookie left in the fridge that we got from Aldi. Those things are all.
Those aren't all the
When
ones.
oh
Those are like Chips Ahoy type ones.
well, those ones from Aldi. If I'm on my diet, we cannot have those in the house. Those are
can you help me?
delicious and crispy and buttery.
Yeah, just wait, honey. We'll be done in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Be patient. I would love to chat longer, but I have to get school done before 11 p.m. tonight. I have to catch you next Sunday. Everyone, take care. Okay.
All right, you too, Miss Shelley. Yeah, I would like to make my own charcoal, like lump charcoal, not briquettes. But I've I have I have some metal burn barrels, but I don't have any lid for it. No problem. I don't have a lid for it, so I need to get some barrels, but I got to make sure they're clean, and that's hard to find. To find clean barrels to do that kind of stuff with. But yeah, I'd love to make my own hardwood lump charcoal. And I mean, if nothing else, just use that to cook with. You know, charcoal grill and stuff. But really, the way I grill with charcoal is I'm essentially just searing things. I get it as screaming hot as I possibly can, do my cooking, and done with it. Yeah, that's just where I'm at with cooking. I'll get better though. I just gotta practice. I've gotten better on steaks on the stove.
Mhm.
And though I do think I overcooked those last ones a little bit.
You did.
I did.
I ate it anyway.
It's been a while since I have sous vide'd something. Maybe I should do that with the next one.
Okay.
Well, I guess we did the eggs, sous vide eggs from Starbucks. Made those.
Those were good.
They were good. They just need more. They need bacon. They weren't the same as the Starbucks ones. I don't know what they do. They probably add things that make it not as carnivore friendly as I thought it was.
Very chemical.
Huh?
Well, probably chemicals or something.
Oh, there's probably flour and stuff in it. But I just make char cloth and charred punk wood. It takes a while to learn. I've been doing it for around 35 years. Yeah, I have made char cloth with the Altoid tins, and I put that in my bug out bag. I put that, and that may even be on the list of the articles. I have that in my camp bag. I did at one point make fire bricks. I saved all the paper instead of just throwing it all away. I saved all the paper from all year at school from students' assignments and stuff, and I shredded it all. I had like 2 contractor-sized bags full of shredded paper. Excuse me. And I came home and I made a press for it and all that stuff, and not only did it stink, but it didn't burn. So I don't know what I did wrong.
It smelled awful, and there was little bits of paper
Everywhere.
Everywhere, even my nose.
even your nose.
I'm just kidding.
You're silly.
I'm always joking around. You gotta watch out.
You never know what you're gonna hear from him.
Nope. He's
Excuse me. You didn't know what was gonna pop out.
Nope.
no.
Excuse me.
Okay. I make bulk char cloth. I bought a clean 1-gallon paint can and used my wood gasifier twig stove. Oh, nice. Did you make that gasifier yourself? I've seen some people using one. I just haven't done it. I would just build a fire around it and let that do it. Poke some holes. But anyway, if this kid is starving, we should probably get him some food because his bedtime is coming up.
We're good parents who feed their child.
A peanut inside.
Yeah.
You're silly.
So I think we're gonna go. I hope when we come back next week, there's gonna be some good news. If not, if we don't have a live next week, y'all know why. That I'm just not in the mental space for it. But anyway, so y'all have a good evening. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I always have fun on these. So y'all have a good night, evening, week, whatever it is where you are.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.